Welcome to the Advice Show, media with a common sense approach. So we have a man out of Louisiana who was a musician. He was coming home after doing a gig, and he was stopped by 6 Louisiana state troopers, and things got out of hand from there. Let me go roll the clip.
This eyewitness video shows multiple state police cars blocking Caffin Avenue at Charter Street around 2 last Wednesday morning as they search for an escaped inmate. It's what local musician Shamar Allen saw on his way home from a gig, so he turned around and his night took a turn for the worse.
They got behind me and turned their lights on, and I just pulled over. As usual, thinking it was just like a regular old traffic stop.
But Allen says this was anything but regular. He says 6 state troopers surrounded him, telling him to put his hands up and get out of the car. Allen says state police put a gun in his face, then pulled him from the car and threw him onto the ground. But that's not all.
One of them is stepping on my face, like literally stepping on my face. They holding me down, put handcuffs on me.
Allen says state troopers held him for a nerve-wracking half hour, but once they ran his records, they simply let him go.
In my head, I'm like, maybe this is how it's going to end for me.
The 33-year-old has played around the world, has a clean record, and is a role model for youth. But he says it's not the first time he's been pulled over and released. This time was simply the worst.
And that's just, again, the life of a black guy that looks like me, that dresses like me, that walks like me, that talks like me.
State police admit they did pull Allen from his car, but they say a gun was never drawn and there were no boots in his face. They say their actions were justified.
The driver, later identified as Mr. Allen, was uncooperative, didn't identify himself. When the troopers asked, he didn't show the troopers his hands. He had his hands in a location where troopers didn't know if there was any weapons present.
I didn't resist, I didn't fight back, I didn't tell him I wasn't doing anything.
Now Allen is planning to file a formal complaint. He says he wants to stop another innocent man from this kind of police encounter in the future. Monica Hernandez, Eyewitness News.
Now I want to talk about something this man said in the piece about, the way he look as a black man. It doesn't matter if you're wearing dreads as a black man. You could have your hair cut short like me. You can have a afro. It don't matter how you wear your hair or even how you dress. You could dress in a business suit or you could dress like a thug on the street. We as black men are the most hated men in the world. It's the truth. They don't like us. So any little thing that we do is a problem. Anything we say is a problem. And then we bring it up as black men, then all of a sudden we're wrong and why we keep saying that stuff and all that. But it is a truth, and we always present the truth when we speaking about these issues. Now, that man was drugged out that car by 6 cops. He didn't do anything wrong. He was cooperating with them. But yeah, they decided to do that. Man, the worst thing a black man ever want to see at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning is cop lights. But you don't know if you're going to make it out of that. Because it's nighttime, not many people are around. And they got all kind of cops. They'll just beat you up, try to trump up charges, plant some drugs on you or something just to get you put in jail. Because that's what they do. They have traded Klan hoods, a lot of them, for badges. I mean, because how is it that you're going to have this many cops mess with this man and he not even be charged for anything? What did he do that was even wrong? I mean, what? I mean, obviously, he's what? Oh, he fit the description. He loves to say that he fit the description. What? He black? I mean, it's the things that we have to deal with in America as black people. And I'm going to keep reiterating that. If you don't like to hear me say that, then don't watch my videos because it is the truth. Because one thing y'all would never say about me, he's lying about what he's talking about because I show you. I just don't read from an article. I show you these stories so you can see that this stuff is constantly going on. Now I know what you're going to say. Well, black people don't want to stop by police. Or they stop white people. They stop this and they stop that one. I never said that not one time they didn't do that. But the history of the police and black men, it's just not a good one. A lot of black men was taken by police and never seen again. Some of them was taken by police and then they let them go 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. The Klan outside waiting on them because they in the Klan. So no, just we as black men just do not have a good thing about police at all. When you hear these stories, it just, me as a black man, that could have been me. It was just him that day. So it just gets sickening. It gets sickening. It really does. And the thing is, no one else understand what we may deal with as black men. And now they're doing it to black women. We seeing that now. Hit me up in the comments, future commentaries, subscribe.